Who came up with the Cyrus character? Where did it all originate from? Was that your
Oh,
brainchild?
that was cattle. That was Mike Clattenburg. He wasn't in the original movie, the original black and
Right.
white. Cyrus showed up in season 1, episode 1. Yeah.
Do you remember reading for the part and how that
Oh
went?
yeah.
Tell
No,
us about
very.
that, please.
Yeah. Got a call on a Friday evening after supper from Barry Dunn and asked me if I could. That he and Mike had a part they wanted me to read. There was no guarantees of me getting it, but Mike needed me to audition on a Saturday morning. Could I drive down from Moncton to Halifax Saturday morning and meet them and audition for the part? And I said sure. So that's what I did. Audition lasted probably, I don't know, half an hour. Mike put a camera on me and just chucked shit at me and yelled and screamed and was looking for reactions that I would get. And he wanted that sort of to be the case, that he and I were bitching at one another. And so that's what I gave him. I gave him my version, growing up in a tough neighborhood, which I did. So learned to handle myself while I was doing that. He sent it off to Alliance Atlantis. I got the call on the Monday from Barry in the afternoon saying I got the part.
That was fast.
It's a quick turnaround because Alliance Atlantis was looking at somebody else to play Cyrus at the time. And so I think the whole thing was for them to prove that they didn't need to go to Toronto or outside of the area in order to find somebody to play that character.
Amazing. And did you know Barry beforehand? Like, were you guys friends before all this?
Yeah. I've known Barry a long time. His wife, Caitlin, and I had done some work together. She was like she was kind of like a big sister to me for a long time while I was in the industry in Halifax and starting to grow. And so she was very good to me. And Barry, that's how I met Barry initially, through her. And I mean, I was 28, 29 at the time. So.
And then how soon after that did you guys start shooting?
I'm not exactly sure what the time frame was on that. It wasn't much long. It was about a month and a half out. That's usually the case, though. Many ways everything is set up before they start looking. I mean, main characters may be chosen by them, but second supporting roles, stuff like that, it's usually a month out before they start. I think it was probably about a month before went to camera.
And you're talking about Cyrus's character as far as him finding himself. There's the one speech that always sticks out where he talks about the relationship with his father.
Yeah.
And people must ask you all the time to repeat that one where he says safety always off. And, my father gave it to me in grade 3, was it?
Grade 7.
Grade 7. And your reaction to that was?
Told me he was proud of me once. It's actually the true story, though. When we were ad-libbing all that, because that was all ad-lib.
Oh, really? I didn't know that part.
That's all ad-lib stuff. Mike was asking questions. It was an interview. That part, my dad telling me he was proud of me once. That's a true story. That happened. Not by giving me a gun, obviously, but
and not in grade 7, certainly. Thank you for enjoying today's episode of the Chosen Life podcast. Go ahead
and hit the subscription button below and the notification bell to catch all of our great shows. And remember to contact the chosen lawyers when you are ready for your next real estate and commercial transaction. Go to kormans.ca.